What it do, YouTube world? What is good? What is does with y'all, man? Y'all already know what it is. You are tuned into the battleground of sports talk, baby. As this DFW Sports Raps, y'all know how we get down, spitting flavor for all the teams in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area, baby. It's going up on the end, man. As it's been one of those classics we witnessed tonight. Also, I wasn't able to join y'all late last night. Late game between the Stars and the Oilers in game one of the Western Conference Final for the hockey side. And let's just say it just didn't end the way that we would like it to, you know what I'm saying? And it was just one of those games. It was a rough day at work, and then catching that game and the way it went all the way down to the end going in double overtime, it was just one of those. I was just like, look, I'll just pack it all in since I ain't got to work Saturday. Yeah, we'll go ahead and run it all in together after game two of the Mavs and Timberwolves. So let me go ahead and just jump and talk about the Dallas Stars in game one against the Edmonton Oilers. I mean, the atmosphere was ready. Only the second period, just really early in the second period, the Edmonton Oilers were able to jump on the Dallas Stars, ended up putting up 2 goals early in the second period. And the Stars had to play catch up from that point on. They had a lot of their opportunities, and now give credit to Tyler Seguin. Now they got on the board. I believe they got on the board late in the second period with an assist from Jamie Benn, going to Tyler Seguin for his first of 2 goals of the game. And then Tyler Seguin, of course, would come late in the third period, and he would tie it up to send the game into overtime for the Dallas Stars, getting his second goal. And the Stars weren't able to complete the full comeback and to take game one, something that they have been struggling with. Game one, of these postseasons. They've been dropping a lot of game ones. But looking at everything, the Stars really had many opportunities to close this game. Jake Ottinger on the second goal that got scored. I don't know what really happened with him on that. I don't know why he came so far out the net on top of that, but it ended up getting him 5-hole right up underneath the legs, and that kind of did damage. And it took the air out of the American Airlines Center going, early in that second period, going down 2-0. But Tyler Seguin would end up, handling business. The main thing you look at that game, you look and recap. No team capitalized off the power plays, but the Stars were worse because Edmonton only had 1 power play attempt. That means the Stars played clean. To be honest with you, they actually played clean on that side, not giving up power play attempts. But the Stars had 5 chances, and they went 0 for. They were 0 for 5 on the power play, not to mention the worst one of it all that really cost them the game. Going into the overtime, they're on a 4-minute power play advantage. 4-minute, and they ended up getting 5 shots on the goal, and 2 of them hit the post. 2 of them hit the goal post. I mean, one of those should have went in. I thought it was going to go in, but it didn't go in. They had their opportunities. They were literally just this close, and they failed to seal the deal. So they ended up dropping game one in a double overtime, losing 3-2 to Edmonton Oilers. So it will be game 2 down here at the AAC tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. We're looking to see what this Memorial weekend is going to bring for everybody. So it's still hot in the DFW. Like I said, this has been a trend that has been going on for the Stars here in the postseason. They have dropped game 1 more times than not. But I'm still confident in them. I still think, they're going to get it together. It just was, I don't want to say it was one of those slow starts. I think it was a really good played game from both teams in a game 1, to be honest with you. It's just nobody capitalized off the power play, including the Stars, who had 5 chances to do that. One of them being a 4-minute advantage. They didn't capitalize. So that kind of doomed them. They'll go into game 2. Let's see what adjustments they make, and let's see if they can go ahead and even this series at 1 apiece, as they're down 1-0 in the Western Conference Finals of the National Hockey League. So now let's get to the bread and butter. Go ahead, join in, chime in, y'all. As we had just witnessed some more Luka magic. That boy Luka do magic. Step back on them haters, yeah. What can I say about the Dom, man? I mean, a lot of people keep saying he's overrated. He's not all that, man. They just don't want to accept the fact that dude is cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And I remember after game one, I jumped on here live and I was saying, if I'm a Timberwolves fan, it's still a 7-game series, but I would be nervous. And the reason I say that is because you're still, with the size that you got, you're in the defensive prowess that y'all supposed to be with the size that y'all have. Y'all are getting gashed in the paint religiously. The Mavs will keep out. Like I said, they put up 62 points in the paint game one. This game two, I believe they put up 54. Now, it seemed like the 3-point shot was a very big discrepancy, but that was not the case. That wasn't the case. Both teams shot 12 or 31 from the 3-point line. So that evened out. The thing where if you're a Timberwolves fan, this is where you got to be concerned. If you're not getting the 3-point production from one of your teammates that you've been getting, game one, it was, I believe, McDaniels. Game two, it was Naz Reid, who almost ended up returning the favor and sealing the deal, but the shot ended up falling out. But if I'm a Wolves fan, are you going to think that you're going to continue to get that type of third man score like that? I mean, those dudes have literally, McDaniel and Naz Reid has been leading scorers, and they're hitting from three. So like I say, if they're not hitting the threes, they're getting washed. They're getting walked out of Minnesota. To be real with you, they are. They really are. And the trend just continues. It really continues. The Mavs being down by much as 17, they were down by a lot of points. I'll put it to you that way. And the Mavs just kept calm. Kyrie first half wasn't the first half of game one, but came in the fourth quarter, Kyrie started doing exactly what you expected him to do. And this is where the Mavericks are dangerous. This is where the Mavericks are a big threat, because if the game is close, for sure on the Dallas Mavericks side, you got two dudes. You got two dudes that are assassins that will take your heart. You got two of them. So if the game is close, you know what's going to happen, man. Mr. Cowboy, what's up, man? What's up, bro? You still up? Did you get some good NBA action today? That Western Conference is good, good enough for you. As he says, Mavs, get a nice win, bruh. Going up 2-0, that was a hellacious win. And not only did they win, it's how they won. You're in a tough environment, in an environment that the home team knows they need this game. It's still a long series. It's not over, but it's closer for the Mavericks right now. It's really closer for them. What can I say? He said, you didn't get to watch. Well, I'll put it to you this way. What's going to happen is you're going to see all the highlights. When the highlights come, you're going to see Luka put them boys out of that. This is 2 games back to back. He done put them boys out of misery, as he put up 15 points in the fourth quarter in game one. Game two, he really didn't get off in the fourth quarter like that. I think he only had 1 field goal in the fourth quarter, and that was the game dagger. Oh, you saw the game winner. Okay, bet. But what really happened to tell a tale of this game was the Wolves ended up getting production from another person, hitting from 3, and it was Naz Reid. He was unconscious from 3. I believe he hit his first 4-5 threes, and it was like, bro, y'all got another person contributing like that. Now, this is where I will speak to the Wolves fan. Another thing where I will be nervous for them is Karl Anthony Towns had basically not played much of toward the end of the third quarter, most of the fourth quarter. He was really out because Naz Reid was really hitting the threes. Now you done took him out of the equation. What is his mental going to be like? Because I think it would have been good if y'all pulled off a win to make that move. But to make that move and y'all still lose, I wonder if you're going to keep his mental right, if he's going to be ready to play. Do you have some dissension going on in there right there after that happens to you? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Edward, what's good now? He said you're going to record game 3. Stay tuned, my guy. Stay tuned. For everybody who's joining, like, subscribe, hit that notification chime. We go up on DFW Sports, but I'm going to just tell you like this. Stay tuned, my guy. Stay tuned. He said that last 3 looked good. Hey, I was sitting right there with Queen B, my queen. You know what I'm saying? We was sitting right there watching the game, and she was calling shots, and she said they was going to come back. We felt it and everything, and when that last possession came along, I was like, right when I saw Rudy Gobert switch, before we go there, Rudy Gobert took a hard clear path foul, take foul to Luka Doncic, and like he really like clotheslined him like in the ribs, bro. And Luka wanted to flop, but then he got hit in the ribs. And he acted like he was going to do something, and that started it right there. And then what ended it, basically, we go down to the last stretch. I'm more like, man, look, you don't really need the 3, but let's see what look you get. And once they switched and Rudy Gobert came out on him and Luka took even much more time, I sat right there with Queen B and I said, oh, you're going to just go take their heart, Luka? You're going to go take their heart? You're going to step back? Enough to say that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Nas Reed 3 scared me at the end, though. It scared me at the end because that shot almost went down, bro, but it came out. But Luka, what can I say, man? And Kyrie, give it to Kyrie. Kyrie got in foul trouble. The game kind of turned as well. He should have picked up his 5th foul. But give props to Jason Kidd. Knowing the rules, knowing that the play was out of bounds, and if you challenge that, they can't challenge a foul. That was really, it wasn't, the ball didn't go out on the Mavericks, but it was a foul by Kyrie. Now, knowing that you can't challenge a foul in that type of situation, only the turn of possession, give props to Jason Kidd and the staff for calling that out. That was huge. A lot of times we get on J Kidd, man. A lot of times we have gotten on him, but since the trade, man, he's making all the right moves, pushing all the right buttons at the right time. Kyrie, like I said, first half, he struggled, and then he was in foul trouble. But one thing I like about Kyrie, he's unconscious, man. He has no conscience. And he started hitting some late threes, and he started getting in that game mode. You know, he put up 20 points. Luka had the triple-double with, I think, 32 points? 32-point triple-dub, not to mention the game-winning 3. I think everybody knew once Rudy Gobert was on him what was about to happen. It just wasn't going to fall down or not. Because I'm more was sitting there saying, like, bro, you don't need the 3. But right when they switched and put him on, I was like, so, Luka, okay, you're going this slow dribble. I've seen this many a times before. You're going to rip their hearts out, aren't you? You're going to rip their hearts out on. But J Kidd, bro, that call right there was big. It was big. And then the Mavs were kind of like making their run. He ended up calling the timeout before he lost it. You know what I'm saying? You know how J Kidd be doing that. But it gave him extra breath. J Kidd, give him his flowers right now. Give him his flowers right now. He said, yeah, J Kidd was straight up hot this series on the challenge. I'm telling you, like, let's give J Kidd let's give him his flowers right now. The dude is operating right. He's got this team operating at the right tone right now. As the Mavs take a 2-0 lead, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. But if y'all go down Sunday in game 3, you might as well kiss that goodbye. And like I said, if you just stay tuned, like, subscribe, hit that notification chime. We might have something in store for y'all this weekend. We might have something in store. So Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Something is big going on in this city that has never, ever happened before. And I want to witness it. And I want to bring y'all into the trenches of DFW sports, how we really get down, baby. I know it's more Cowboy Town. Cowboy talk will dominate once July comes around. Trust me. July come around, we'll be on here talking a lot of Cowboys talk. You ain't got nothing to worry about that. But as of right now, Stars and Mavericks are taking all key. And I agree. They go 3-0 Sunday, put the women and children to bed, baby. Put them to bed. We looking to represent this weekend too. And like I said, you never know. Saturday, the Stars are down here. Like I said, this will be the first time I've been alive. The first time in the city's history that you'll get conference finals on a weekend back to back in the same arena. So we looking to represent, y'all. He said, "Are you going to the game?" Just stay tuned. Stay tuned, Mr. Cowboy. Stay tuned. And like I said, I done put in a lot of hours, but you know, it's getting fun right now. I mean, I guess this is the only way that the DFW can put pressure on Jerry Jones, really, and stuff. If everybody spend their money on the Stars and Mavericks right now, therefore they ain't got no money to go to the Cowboys game. You know what I'm saying? But hey, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. All I can say is just stay tuned. Stay tuned. How do I feel about game 3? You asked, traveling random right there. Game 3, as we're coming off the high of stealing 2 on the road. Game 3, the Mavs, bro, just kind of got this figured out. The Wolves are in trouble because the Mavs haven't had that explosive third score. But Luka and Kyrie are giving you what you need. And what happened with Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively? They both combined for 30 points. That's a third score. Me, and then PJ gave you 10. That's 40 between them three. Your new additions to start this season. Derek Lively was the first one. Then you got PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford. They combined for 40 while Luka and Kyrie did what they did. Game 3, are the Timberwolves shots going to fall on the road? If those 3-point shots are not coming from somebody else on the road, Mavs going to take this game. They'll win this game at least by 8 points. Because the remedy is simple. The Timberwolves cannot stop Luka or Kyrie unless they blitz them. And then on top of that, you're leaving the lane wide open. The Mavs are feasting. And look, you were at home. You hit 18 threes, had 6 players in double figures, and you lost. You were at home. You had a dude go off for 24, 26 points or something like that. You had him go off, and Anthony Edwards really, he ain't the Anthony Edwards everybody was hyping up. But I do expect them to be desperate. I expect them to be extra desperate. I think they will play a little bit more physical. But I think without Minnesota having their coach, he's sitting like behind the bench. He's not really like on the squad. I think Jason Kidd takes advantage of this, and I think the Mavs are going to take game 3. I really do. I think they take game 3. He said, nah. That was that Mitchell and Ness. I ain't going to do it. We trying to save money and see if we going to go to the finals. That's something he going to have. He said Mavs have gotten hot at the right time. And then you've heard me say it's reminiscent of that 2011 team where they were, I think, a 6 seed. But they got hot at the right time. And I mean, this was before the postseason. They were the one of the best teams in the NBA coming down that stretch, if not the best coming down that stretch. So they're hot right now, and I just think Anthony Edwards, I think for Minnesota, them coming back from Denver from the Mile High and a 7-game series, I think they kind of partied a lot, to be honest with you, beating the, recent champs. You can't say defending champs no more because now they out. It's going to be a new champion. I think they probably partied a little bit hard after that game 7, but coming back from the Mile High altitude, I don't think they still have gotten back yet. Now, we'll see what happens when they come to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I think it's supposed to be pretty warm in Dallas. The humidity supposed to kick up in there. Let's see how that can affect them coming up in here. But I will say the Mavs game plan is simple. It's not like they're doing stuff that's, it's not like they're having to draw up some extra stuff to get going. These dudes have hit threes at home, and the Mavs have been unfazed. And like I say, long as the game is close and I got Kyrie and Luka Doncic or Luka Doncic and Kyrie, it don't matter what order you put it. Long as I got them two, I got two assassins when I know when the game is close, they taking the game out. It don't matter who it is. Give me the Mavs in game 3. Give me the Mavs Sunday, game 3. That's how I'm feeling about it. Do you think Luka Doncic is the next MVP regarding everything NBA related? Now, they gave it to Jokic, which it's hard to argue against Jokic, but Luka numbers was all the way up there, bro. And Luka is showing you, yes, I believe so. I believe so. I believe this is his run to set up the seasons for league MVP. I really do. This run right here is going to put more respect on his name. It'll get the Dallas Mavericks looked at a little bit much more because I think people still not believing in the Mavericks. Like, hey, but we'll let them tell it when it comes Monday. But I believe the Mavs are taking game 3. I just think maybe the Timberwolves, they're just pressed out. They maxed out, bro. It's going to start with Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards really haven't got off. And I guess give people going to say he's tired maybe, but give Jason Kidd credit. I think he's living with somebody else trying to win it for him. And Naz Reid almost won it. He almost won it tonight by himself. I'm going to be real with you. He almost won the game for the T-Wolves by themselves. He almost saved their season, but you go down 2-0, now you're on the road, and it's going to be a raucous AAC that can smell the finals. And you got two assassins that if the game is close, they're going to take your heart out. They're going to take your heart out. But I see this run setting up Luka for being the face of the NBA. I really do. He take this series against Ant-Man and the best defense of all, in the season like that. And most likely go into Boston. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but I've been sitting there saying for a minute, bro, a Dallas-Boston finals it got its best script right there. It got all the drama that you need. All the drama that you need. Kyrie going back to Boston. And I got a partner that does, a lot of Boston sports. So he does Boston content. I'm looking to holler at my man if that ever happens right there. So, Also, y'all, after you like, subscribe, hit that notification chime. Make sure you follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Drewski Selfmade. Follow me on Instagram at It's Drewski, man. Let's go. Let's go. Mr. Hassan, what's up, bro? You hype? You still hype? It's late. It's almost midnight, but hey, that don't stop the party right here. That don't stop the party. Bug, I wanted to hit him up. It's just Memorial Weekend. I don't know if he's out with the family or anything like that. So, but probably sometime this weekend, I'm looking, to probably try to link up with him, or it'll come sometime soon. But yeah, my big bro, he's out on, his anniversary trip. But I'll get Big Bro on here pretty sooner or later. I got some things to do. It might be a busy weekend if y'all stay tuned. So we'll have to find out. We'll have to find out, yo. But I always look forward to having my bros on. But it's just late night right now. I don't want to bust up nobody groove. If they getting their groove on, gotta get your groove on. You know what I'm talking about? So I don't want to be that guy. But we'll see. Travel Run, what you saying? Edwards just proved in this game that he ain't worth nothing. Now, there's still more games to go. But all this talk and all that hype that everybody was giving him and stuff like that, bro. I've seen Luka outplay him twice in his house. Now, like I said, Kyrie struggled in the first half. Yeah, he did. But he bounced back. And this is where, in the Mavs, in the second half, they took off. Mavericks in the second half took off big time. Let me try to get some box score. Well, you know what? It almost don't matter. I ain't even gonna look at the box score. I think I was memorizing a lot what was going on. But hey. Yeah, I still got you in mind, Mr. Cowboy. You and Cowboy Nation Danny. I'm telling you, when football season roll around, that's where it get the popping the most. So chime in with me, man, for sure. Chime in with me. I got you, bro. We can all get that session going. You know what everybody gonna want to talk about in here. But until then, yeah, we on the ice, we on the hardwood. My Rangers are slumping. They have lost 5 straight. They have not scored over 4 runs in like a damn month. Shoot. Corey Seager's bad. He's slugging, though. He's slugging. They finally got a home run. That wasn't a solo shot. They finally scored, with somebody on base. Rangers, man. Maybe they're sacrificing themselves right now because they had their run. They had the championship last year. Maybe they're sacrificing themselves right now for the Stars and Mavs. But the Mavericks right now, man, they hot grease right now. They hot grease. When you got a team down like that in your building and you can't close the deal and they walk you down, and they got their 2 assassins, but if you try to stop them, then you're getting easy dunks, easy lob. PJ Washington, he struggled too as well, but he hit some big time threes. Jaden Hardy, he was kind of like, it seemed like the moment was a little bit too big for him. As y'all can tell, he's taking Tim Hardaway Jr.'s minutes, but he came through and hit some big shots as well. I think you probably seen the end of Tim Hardaway Jr. in this finals run. I honestly believe that. I believe Tim Hardaway Jr. This is no disrespect. I'm not trying to, disrespect Tim Hardaway Jr. or anything like that. Nothing like that. But I'm just saying I believe that the Mavericks have been trying to move him. They just couldn't find no suitors for him. But Hardy coming along right now, being a young guy, if he can continue to keep his head on right, now you don't need. There's no reason for you to even have Tim Hardaway out there. How you feel about us making it to the finals? Up 2 games right now. I'm predicting the Mavs to go ahead and get game 3. I like our chances. On a confidence scale of 1 to 10, I'm at a 7. And after Sunday, it'll be at a 9. So let's just say I'm very confident that we can make it to the finals. Very confident. As all Mavs fans should. Anytime you're up 2-0. I mean, at this point of stage, anytime you're up at this moment like this, 2-0, and you get to go back to the crib, let's say the Mavericks have that finishing mentality and don't let them leave Dallas except with a vacation trip. Now, I find it hard that you're going to sweep the Timberwolves, but the Mavs just match up real good against the Timberwolves. They really do. Since you got Gafford and PJ Washington and then Derek Lively, bruh. Derek Lively, I cannot. He is really the engine that makes all this go. When the Mavs had tanked last year to preserve a top 10 pick, I straight up said this better work. You better get you a player that's gonna make life different. If not, this shit was a total failure. Derek Lively has made life totally different for the Dallas Mavericks. And this was said soon a few games watching him. I'm just like, damn, bro. Can you be a deciding factor as a rookie? For sure. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Appreciate you tuning in, Travel and Random. And stay tuned to the page because you might see some things going down this weekend. So big shout out to you. But looking at the Mavericks right now, Mavericks are holding pace. They're up 2-0. I like where they're at because they're able to score points in the paint. They're not always relying on the three-point shot. Now, they do got to get their free throws in a little bit much more better. Kyrie, if they would have lost this game, it would have mostly been because Naz Reid was hitting threes. And then at the same time, Kyrie did miss 3 free throws down the crutch. That is unlike him. But up until that point, he had really helped boost the comeback. You know, Luka's going in and out of the locker room, all that type stuff. He's just a guy that's just playing battle banged up. He said, "Oh, Mr. Cowboy, you buying some Cowboy tickets soon?" I got you, bro. I can't do it right now because we might have some other plans involved. But you already know, man. I'm gonna find a way to be at these Cowboys games, even if I gotta get 3 jobs. I'll be there, and I look forward to seeing you for sure. Go ahead and get them tickets, man. Go ahead and get them tickets. Let them know you about to represent. Just don't go to Philly, bro. Like you told me, don't go to Philly. Don't go to Philly, bro. J-Day, what up, man? Dallas, Texas, stand all the way up. It's up on our end, man. It is up on our end. In the heart of Texas, baby. We holding it down and we in it to win it. DFW. Not just Dallas-Fort Worth, but it's down for winning, baby. That's what we trying to do around these parts. Now, if we can get these ragged-ass Cowboys to do the same thing, we'll be all right. But, man, you just now tuned in, bro. What is a big what it do, bro? Big what it do. What's good, man? How you like that Mavericks victory? How you like that Luka rip your heart out? Luka took them boys away. He said 3 jobs and I'll be at the link just... Hey, I got you. Just pray for me when you watch it. I sure will, man. I sure will, because that's a place, you know, it used to be the Black Hole in Oakland. That used to be one of the scariest places that you could go to if you're a visiting fan. But if you're a Cowboy fan going to Philly, it ain't that cool. It ain't that cool. I hope you kept, hey, J-Day, hey, Jay, you kept the receipts on all them people that said Anthony Edwards is that guy. He's the best player in this series. You kept them receipts. Make sure you have, man. Make sure you pull up the receipts on them. Straight up. Because what I've seen in 2 games, now Luka is that dude. And he just needed another assassin and some big guys to play with him. Like I say, you mean to tell me Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford, they're giving you 30 points combined in most of his dunks? Mavs going to be hard to beat. Mavs going to be hard to beat. Their third scorer was a three personnel combined. Because like I said, from your fives, you got 30 points, and then PJ gave you 10. That's 40. Know what Luka and them did. Oh, yeah, I already know. I already know. He said Luka and Kyrie is Batman and Robin. I don't care who. I don't care who's Batman. I don't care who's Robin. But like I say, when the game is close, I don't feel nervous. I do not feel nervous because I got 2 assassins that will take their heart out. and Luka took their heart out. Now, like I said, Kyrie ended up hitting some tough shots down the stretch. He ended up getting going. I just like to see him make more clutch free throws. And normally he's real good at the free throws, but he ended up missing a few that I didn't like to see. But you see, even though Kyrie struggled in the beginning, he had no conscience. He kept doing his thing. I just hate that he got in early foul trouble. Luka, we already know what to say about Luka. He said Luka was on the floor talking big crazy. Bro, it all started when Rudy Gobert had that take foul, you know what I'm saying, where Luka was trying to get on that fast break and, off the rebound, and he got clubbed in the ribs, and him and Gobert had some words. That turned Luka up. That activated him. And you saw how it went down. He bust that shot, and he let him know that motherfucker can't guard me. And then told somebody in the crowd, go home, bitch. Go home, bitch. He said Kyrie might have the best handle ever. And that is big time facts, as the fans voted him as the handler of the year. Best handles of the year went to Kyrie Irving. And I mean, he was really the thing that I would say about the Mavs, about Kyrie and Luka, that I would like to see them clean up is y'all don't have to keep doing all the fancy passing, bro. This is not only just the playoffs. This is the conference finals to get to the whole thing. We don't need to be threading the needle all the time. Just be a little bit more sensitive with the basketball is what I'm saying. I know y'all can make those passes, but against a team that's this long and known for defense like that, you don't want to see them. You don't want to be trying to thread needles like in half those be unnecessary. Y'all don't have to even be threading the needle like that. And that's those cute little passes y'all doing. They're resulting in more turnovers than splash plays right now. So I like to see them. If there's anything to argue about right now, they were good on the free throw line in game 1. Game 2, they struggled. But hey. Yeah. He talks some shit. You talking 6-figure. Hey, bro, a lot of them passes, man. Like I say, man, it looks cool, but I'm like, in the regular season, that's fine. Playoffs, I don't want to be seeing that. And they've been doing that a lot too much. Luka, bro, he could play quarterback. It was so many times I seen him move the defense with his eyes just to whoop, throw it inside for Gafford to D-Live for them to get a yoke. But be sensitive with the basketball. Be very sensitive with it. Y'all don't have to be throwing them type of passes like that because they're ended up in a lot of turnovers. Unnecessary turnovers. They're kind of breaking y'all little momentum that y'all be getting throughout there. He said Kyrie is kind of like Magic. Him and Luka. You just don't know what you're gonna, they can control the game, scoring and everywhere else. Because they create for everybody. If Luka's step back 3 is falling, you're in trouble. You're at his mercy. If Kyrie is hitting from 3, you're damn sure at his mercy because his handles is going to cook anybody. So the Mavs really haven't been shooting the lights out from 3. They get some home cooking down here in game 3 and they start hitting threes. PJ started hitting threes. Derrick Jones Jr. started hitting threes. You're in trouble. T-Wolves, you're in trouble. But you're still in trouble because you're, as a defensive team and that has the size, you're giving up a lot of points in the paint. And you're still getting out rebounded. Y'all hitting threes like it's nothing, but it's not enough. You need Anthony Edwards to come to the party. Let's call it what it is. Anthony Edwards ain't showing up. But Luka Doncic is. Kyrie, he hasn't put a full game together this whole postseason. That's where you should still be nervous. He hasn't put together a full game this whole postseason. You see, the one half is, you know what I'm saying? This whole postseason, he hasn't put a full game together. That's where you should be nervous. Let them threes start dropping. Bro, we sweeping. The threes start dropping in game 3 at home. We are sweeping. And that's kind of what I'm banking on. I'm banking on us to get home cooking and hit from 3. But I'm going to be honest with you. I like this type of brand that the Mavericks are playing where they're not relying on the 3-point shot. They're going inside eating. This is something Jay Kidd and his staff has saw in this matchup going up against the Timberwolves. And let's give him credit. They're sticking to it. They're sticking to it. And I see them continue that trend. I don't really know what Minnesota can actually do right now. You know what I'm saying? What can they actually do? Are you going to blitz Kyrie and Luka and just, let them keep throwing it inside and gashing you in the paint? Or are you going to let these dudes mess around and get some home cooking threes going in? Are y'all going to be able to have somebody to contribute and keep hitting a lot of threes to keep y'all in the game? Is Anthony Edwards? There's a lot of questions that you have for the Timberwolves. Is Karl Anthony Towns going to be right because you really took him out the game? Bro, they got a lot of questions right now. They got a lot of questions. He said, not even going to lie, I would like to go to game 3 or 4. I can't do the weekday, but I will do the weekend. So stay tuned. It's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be lovely. I'm just hoping it's all worth it. I'm hoping it's all worth it. They're doing very well with that. And the Mavericks are a team that has been a heavy 3-point shooting team. Heavy. Bro, they are winning despite that. Now the 3-point shots was vastly on the Wolves side when they hit 18 threes in game 1, but game 2 it was dead even. They both hit 12 out of 31. Free throws, we really did bad from the free throw line. Hell, we hit 5 more free throws. This game wouldn't, it wouldn't even need to come down to that moment. It really wouldn't have. But to see them being aggressive, getting in the paint, contributing that way, getting easy, high percentage dunks on a team that has size and 2 bigs and is a great defensive team, bro, I just don't know if you're the Wolves, what can you do? Everything really worked perfect for y'all in the first 2 games at home, except Anthony Edwards didn't come to play, but he didn't I don't want to say he didn't need to. He got contribution from somebody. Somebody, like I said, you had it from, what's the name, game 1, then you had Naz Reid game 2, but he ain't really came to the party. Now, he fuck around might do it game 3, but let's see what Jason Kidd and his staff continue to do. As it is a big night in the DFW, and like I said, tomorrow the Stars will try to get their chance to even the series in game 2 of the NHL Western Conference Finals against the Edmonton Oilers at 7 o'clock tomorrow. And it's something that for the first time in the history of Dallas sports that it will be followed by a basketball Western Conference game with the Dallas Mavericks Sunday. So all I can tell y'all is stay tuned, like, subscribe, hit that notification chime. We trying to go all the way up. I do got to go to my daughter's gym class tomorrow, so we're going to probably cut this live a little bit short. It's going to be a busy weekend and got a lot of graduations going on. And then you want to chill and relax and cook. But if you're a Dallas Fort Worth sports fan, this has not been for the weak at heart, because that Stars game, bro, I was dragging ass at work today because that game took a lot out of me, man, to sit there and watch them in double overtime, to lose that game. And it was a great game though. But that took a lot out of me, and I paid for it at work. And if I paid for it, I can only imagine the people, hopefully the people that went to the game just called off today, because that was rough. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut this one. We still went 45 minutes on a game 2 victory for the Dallas Mavericks as they are up 2-0 on the Minnesota Timberwolves in the NBA Western Conference Finals. Like I said, tomorrow will be the Stars' turn to even up the NHL Western Conference Finals as they're down 1-0 to even up at 1-1. It's a busy weekend for DFW Sports, so make sure y'all stay right here on the Battleground of Sports Talk. That's DFW edition. We spit flavor. That's why we call it Sports Raps. We spitting flavor for the DFW teams. We representing for all of this over here. Y'all see the decor in the background. We keep it going, baby. So make sure y'all stay tuned, stay locked. Like, subscribe, hit that notification chime. Follow me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Drewski Selfmade. Follow me on Instagram at Drewski. We gonna go in that thing. Let's hope for 2 victories from the Dallas teams as we're going up in here. Appreciate everybody for joining in. My man J-Day up in there. Mr. Cowboy, as always, traveling random. Edward, man, appreciate you for tuning in, man. Amron, Mr. Hassan, appreciate you for jumping in as well. Hopefully, we'll get my brother in here on the next go round. But Mavs fans, y'all get to sleep nice. All my Stars fans, let's get ready to turn it up tomorrow. Let's pack the AAC and let's root the Stars to victory. Same thing with the Mavs. Let's greet them down here when they come down here Sunday for Game 3. Let's get ready to take over. Let's make history, baby. Let's make history, and we're here to do it. Right here, y'all know what it is. The one-man force, the eyes and flavor of DFW Sports. Y'all know how we rocking. Y'all know how we keep it. You know my slogan. Make sure you do everything with love because love always wins. That's the